Hello, it's Sarah Divinely You, and welcome to Astrology and Energy for this full moon in Leo weekend. Oh boy, are y'all ready for this? I did two separate videos this week because this felt like two separate weeks of two separate types of energy. So I was like, I'm just gonna split it up. So technically, I'm talking about February 3rd through the 5th, roughly. This is a crossroads of a full moon, and I feel like you don't really need to particularly do anything because we have a lot of Uranus presence for this full moon. The sun will square Uranus, square Uranus on Friday, and then this full moon will square Uranus on Sunday morning. So, and the other big transit for the weekend is Venus squaring the now direct Mars in Gemini. So, what does this feel and look like? And I feel like Uranus is going to topsy-turvy situations, particularly relationships, but Uranus is collective, it's humanity, but it's, disruptive, it's topsy-turvy, it's gonna take a top and spin it up on its head and do all of the things. So it kind of feels like this moon might be overwhelming, and particularly if you have any planet placements in Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, or Aquarius between about 14 and 20 degrees or so, give or take. It could be more intense for any placements in those areas of a natal chart. And it may not, because Venus is exalted in Pisces, meaning that she's bringing a lot of creativity to the table. And Leo is also a creative, inner child, playful sign area, zodiac sign. So yes, there could be intense times because we have squares happening. However, squares always are lessons. So, for me, what I always feel is you're maybe going to have a breakdown to a breakthrough, but you may not, right? Because the energy is going to work differently for different people depending on how it's aspecting your natal planets. But I also don't want people to underestimate this because it is a full moon. It's called the snow moon in the Farmer's Almanac. And metaphorically, that kind of makes me think, okay, full moons illuminate they illuminate the darkness and therefore create shadows. But if you illuminate snow, it's like amplified, right? When the sun shines on the snow or the full moon shines on the snow, it amplifies, therefore like making the shadows stand out even more because they're not shadowing onto the earth ground, they're shadowing onto the white snow, which will define them, right? It creates more contrast. So what it feels like is a crossroads, because it's like you've gone through the process of all of those massive retrogrades, which created this opportunity to slow down, process, get mentally clear on what you want, how you want it to go, who you want it to be with, blah blah blah. And the first part of this week we had the moon conjunct the now direct Mars. And that was kind of a moment of, okay, final reviews, final edits, cross your T's, dot your I's, ducks in a line, what are you doing, what are you creating, and who are you creating it with? And now we're going to, I don't want to say eliminate, but there could be elimination. Venus squaring Mars, there could be conflict in relationships, there could be conflict between people. But there also could just be a quiet dismissal of that person, place, or thing no longer serves. It's okay. I'm going to let it go, or it's just going to fall away. And so it's all for the greater good, right? It's really, we're being prepared. We've been in this preparation process for a good long while, probably since October, what was it, October 8th, I want to say, when Pluto went direct in Capricorn, October 8th of 2022. We've been in preparation mode for Pluto to move forward to Aquarius. This happens in March, and so we're about 7 weeks out from that transit, from that ingress. And so we're in big time preparation mode. So whatever is no longer serving, this moon's gonna light it up like, okay, I've seen what I need to see, I'm done. Or I've seen what I need to see, and yes, that's exactly what I want. That's exactly how I want it to go. I'm in, hardcore creative mode, creation mode, and I'm building the things that I want to take forward. And this obviously is going to look different for everyone. This could be relationships, this could be a job or a career. This could be projects that you're working on. This could be your physical health. It's any number of possibilities, right? And so the one thing I'm feeling very strongly, and full transparency, I've recorded this video 3 times and this is going to be the last time. But why I've recorded it 3 times is because I really felt like I saw like the dark side of the moon. And I was really struggling to see like the positivity of it. So the dark side of this is Uranus is involved. And not that Uranus is dark, but Uranus has this way of, it's like Uranus says to us as humans, I know this is going to hurt, but I love you, so this has to happen. And you may have felt over the last 6 or 8 weeks like things have been revealed to you, information has been brought to you, realizations have been made by you, and now we're going to see I totally just lost my train of thought. We're going to see kind of the full circle of that, right? The full round of that. But also Uranus is in a fixed earth sign. And so it would not surprise me if there is some sort of earthly thing like flood, earthquake, tsunami, something like that. It really wouldn't surprise me if we have something like that this weekend. Just because this is Uranus is Uranus. But Uranus wants the highest good for each of us and for us as a whole. And so, Pluto coming into Aquarius in the next 7 weeks or so, the last time we saw Pluto in Aquarius was 1777, which was the onset of the American Revolution. And look at the state of affairs right now where we are. And are we a united front? I'm specifically speaking of Americans, but obviously this goes for all humans, right? Are we united as a front, or are we so divided that we can't even, support each other, help each other, be kind to each other? Because we've gotten so opinionated, or there's just so many issues that that are dividing us, that we've sort of lost sight of the grander mission of ourselves as humans and what we are leaving for further generations. So that's what I feel like there is definitely a dark side to this full moon, because things are going to go topsy-turvy, but it's all for the greater good. It's all for humanity to kind of look at itself in the mirror and be like, do we like where we're going? Do we like how this is playing out? Or are we gonna band together and work together no matter what bullshit circumstances are happening? We're gonna band together and we're gonna make it right. So I often thought during the last couple of years, if there was a massive flood in whatever geographic area you're in, um, and you needed to save someone, or someone needed you, or you needed to be saved by someone, like you were going to drown or you were going to fall or get hurt or whatever, would it matter which side of whatever situation they were on? Or would you just do the thing and save them, or allow yourself to be saved? And I think this is a very big opportunity for all of us to take a look around, take a look at how we've been towards each other over the last few years, or even the last decade, or even however long. It's an opportunity to look around and examine how we've been towards each other. And bring awareness to, or being conscientious of our actions, of our words. And I don't want to undermine anyone's fears or anyone's opinions, because that's not what's important. What's important is bigger picture, and all of us and how we are engaging and interacting together. Because if this upcoming transit does bring upon us a revolution, whether it's just an American revolution or a global revolution of all of us, I think it's where we can choose to respect that we're all different, honor that we're all different, but that we're all here on this planet together for the greater good of all of us. And that your definition of success is not my definition of success. That your definition of creativity is different than my definition of creativity. So I invite you to take some time over the next couple of days and reflect. And really think about your individual role in the collective. That's exactly what Aquarius is about. It's individuals and the collective. So this full moon feels like a crossroads to me. It feels like we're at a point. We can work together, help each other, build each other up, encourage, empower each other, be kind, be gracious, be grateful. And you don't have to like somebody or want them to be a part of what you're up to. And they don't have to be a part of what you're up to support you, respect you, honor you, and all of those things. So it's a good weekend. It's a big energy. It does feel topsy-turvy to me. It does, but it also feels like, like I said, with Venus exalted in Pisces, with a full moon in Leo, which is a very creative, playful heart, big heart, sign. Pisces is dreamy. It's, Pisces is duality, as in physical and spiritual. So a lot of things can shift for you this weekend. A lot of things that you can, move forward and or not move forward, like let it go. But it does feel like a crossroads. It does feel like, we've reached that point. And so I hope that's helpful. Like I said, this is the third time I've recorded this, because it's I think as we move closer to March, we're really going to start to feel and see, as things continue to unfold and things continue to be realized and available and all of that. It's kind of, you know, it is an opportunity to hold people accountable. It's also an opportunity to have discussions, have conversations, and you know, what really is important, what really does matter for us individually and for us as a collective. So happy full moon in Leo. This is a good one. This is a big one. There are, you know, there's always a dark and a light to every energetic transit. There's always a dark and a light to every aspect. And, you know, like I said, depending on where it lands in your chart, it'll be different for you than it may be for, you know, your partner, your roommate, your neighbor, your whomever. But it is the snow moon, so it will illuminate things in a more contrast-ish way than usual. So it's going to be a big one, and I'm excited. I'm very excited for this year. I think this year is so good for humanity. It's so good for all of us individually. It's such an opportunity to, you know, change and make things go a different way, and the energy is just going to provide it as it always does. So anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate you. I really hope you're loving the February Star Trek Next Gen Tarot. I'm having a blast making those videos. That's been so much fun. I'm also still doing the 365 lives on Instagram, so you can check those out, where I dive deeper into things I bring up on these videos, and then some, you know, pick a topic every day. I will say on February 11th, I will be talking about Pluto. So if you're interested in hearing about Pluto, head on over to my Instagram for that. Sarah Divinely You over there. And I appreciate you, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.